Sup, everybody? I see you guys are here. Oh boy, I know this is gonna be a spicy one, but I trust that most people are going to be civilized. We're mature here, and let's not go too overboard. All right. Save your angers and frustrations for maybe Sunday. Actually, no, because I'm gonna be hosting that on my channel. So don't say. You know what? Uh, let's just open up the box here. If you want me to respond, or if you want me to, actually, you know what, let me show myself first. I gotta change the scene here. All right. Okay. What's up, everybody? So yeah, we're gonna do this. We're gonna try to be as civilized as possible. If somebody steps out of line, chat, if I don't get to them, maybe you guys could tell them, hey dude, it's not cool, please calm down. We're trying to have a conversation here where I want to hear what you guys have to say, but at the same time, I also have a lot of things I want to say. So let's just all respect the space, and let's be adults here, okay? And I trust most people who watch me, most people who subscribe to me are more reasonable. So there's a ton of topics we have to cover, starting from, of course, the anniversary, MiHoYo's continued censorship, along with MiHoYo's, of course, response, quote unquote response. Going into it, we have to talk about patch 2.2, the live stream, also how we have to touch on different aspects of the argument here, right? We got people who saying, no, what we got is not enough, we have to continue edging them on. We got people say like, okay, we can drop the anniversary now and let's move on to deeper rooted issues, right? We got to start talking about the censorships. We got to start talking about the lack of communication. We need to be able to start holding people accountable for what's been happening. And there's also people who say, I'm quitting Genshin, I don't care what they do, I don't care what they say, I'm gonna one star every single one of their games. I'm gonna go after every single person who dares to say anything positive or represent MiHoYo in any single way. I'm gonna crush this company. I will sue them if I have, the extreme people. And then, of course, there's the people who are on, we call them the white knights, but let's just call them, optimists. People who are more seeing this in a more positive light. And like, you know what? I never expected anything. I don't expect anything. I play this game for the game. I don't care if MiHoYo respects me, disrespect me. I'm free to play and never spend money. So I'm just going to keep playing this game until I don't want to play this game. I don't care about all this drama. There's also people like that, right? There's a ton of different spectrums of opinions going around right now. All right, not one party is absolutely correct. So we're going to try to touch on every single one of these points and break them down, talk about it. Hey, maybe they're right when they talk about this, but not so right when we apply it over here. All right, so yeah, hope you guys can settle down. Oh yeah, you guys want the Zhongli pillow? Yes, if you guys didn't know, I got another sponsor. This one, like I get a lot of sponsor emails, but I don't like to accept them because sometimes I just don't want to promote things to you guys because I'm just a dude out here. I don't want to promote things to you guys that I don't think I will enjoy myself. So I've been passing up on a lot of like phone cases, been passing on some like weird like mobile games that just don't look interesting. But this one reached out to me, and the second I saw this Zhongli pillow, I was like, man, I gotta have this. I gotta have this one. It's about like, well, I mean, I'm 6'10", 1 meter 78, so 178 centimeters, and it's about half of me, so it's like about a meter long. This thing's about around a meter, so I don't know what empirical units is, but yeah, about a meter. Guys, do check them out. They've been very nice, very supportive. Yeah, I've been in contact with them for quite a while now. I've been wanting to bring this one to you guys for a bit. Yeah, nice pillow size. I hug it to sleep, and I put my leg on it because if you guys If you guys sleep, I know some people like to sleep on the side and you need to hug something, right? Like this is a great body pillow, hug pillow. Unfortunately, it doesn't have Zhongli's face on it, but I think this is the perfect item. It's no wonder it's the top seller in their store right now. It's actually surprisingly still available. So yeah, you can check it out. Use my code Erotic Walrus with one S to get yourself something with 10% off. But yeah, that thing is too big for me to carry as I'm talking about this. So I want Ganyu body pillow. Actually, I can talk to them and say, hey, can you guys start making some, like Ganyu, Kaching, Hu Tao, some of these ones. Yeah, those would be nice. The hat, we'll bust out the hat a little later. No, 5'10", 5'10". I'm 5'10". Jesus, sorry. No, I'm not 6'10". I'm 5'10". 5'10". 5'10". There we go. Did I say 6'10"? No. That's crazy. That's crazy. I gave myself an entire extra feet over there. 5'10". That's my height. Yeah, that's cap. NBA is gonna come calling. No. 5'10". 5'10". So yeah, let's start talking from. All right, you guys start telling me something. Like let's start from the very beginning, right? Let's start with the anniversary and MiHoYo's initial response. What did you guys think? How did you guys react? Like, what's the core of the problem you guys think is? Right? We can break this down from scratch. I'll hear you guys out. You guys have any frustrations? I love to hear it. I can't get to every single comment, but I'm going to sift through and see the most constructive one, and we can go from there. All right? So I felt ignored and unappreciated, no response, disappointed, and their lack of communication. Core problem, lack of communication. Yup, MiHoYo can't buy the community's trust. They need to address. On Emery's Day, it just felt like a normal day. And GC, more or less, is one word: transparency, communication, and attitude. Okay, so let's start with the lack of communication, right? I think this has been a big issue. If you guys remember back to earlier patches, even like patch 1.2, 1.3, some content creators, I think, are really adamant about this because as content creators, we have a bigger voice. Sometimes people don't understand. The content, some of the things we say in videos, we're just echoing what the community says. So a lot of the times people say like, oh, why are you so negative? Oh, why, Walrus, like, why are you saying this? Like, it's just, I see my community talking about this and I echo it. I've been saying since patch 1.2, 1.3. Granted, I was much smaller back then, so I didn't have that much of a voice, but people even like MTash has been talking about it. I know somebody as big as Tectone has been talking about this kind of problem all the way back in the earlier patches. And currently, right now, this lack of communication and transparency really showed through during the anniversary issue, right? It's one thing to not to not ace every single event and to not bring the best quality of work or the community's get the community excited every single time, but it's another thing to ignore feedback, and also this is the worst part, to censor more feedback and complaints, right? Because Genshin Impact, unlike a lot of other service provided to us in our everyday society, does not have a proper customer support or response team. They simply deal with bugs and issues in game, but they don't have places for us to file complaints. And I'm starting to feel, people, correct me if I'm wrong, do you guys feel like this as well? The surveys that we do every single patch is just a psychological trick for MiHoYo to let us vent our frustrations, and they don't do anything about it. please, I think I might be going crazy, but I strongly feel like the surveys they make us do is just a psychological thing to get us to think something's being done, when in actuality, they just take it and they freaking trash it immediately. They don't give a damn about the things that we say in those surveys, because some of the issues that still exist in the game right now, not only have they not addressed it in the developer notes, because if you guys remember, patches and patches and patches ago, they used to do every single patch this developer notes, right? If you guys remember, some of the OGs will remember, they almost never address some of the issues that I swear every single person must be writing in those surveys. There are some issues that has been put into those surveys since patch 1.0. Till I think they abolished it around when Inazuma came out, right? They stopped doing the developer notes because people like, what I speculate is because it's the same issues. It's the same issues people address. For me, it's always been more endgame repeatable content. We need to address the resin issues, and we need artifact preset for the Abyss. We need to make the Abyss a less grueling experience, at the very least in its preparation phase. People don't want to spend freaking 15 minutes preparing 2 different teams to go in. It's just too much work, right? Take some stress load away. It's not that we have not been giving MiHoYo feedback. We've been giving them feedback month after month after month after month after month. And guess what? Every time they show us the developer notes, which is like basically the developer's response to our surveys, none of those concerns are ever addressed. Right? Like, they have people saying they claim these are some of the most asked questions, like, hey, how do I glide? Really, like, I'm not pulling stuff out of my ass here. They address some of the weirdest questions, like, hey, are we gonna get more spots on our friends list? Because my friends list is full. Look, MiHoYo. All right. and then they stop doing that. Right? So I think MiHoYo full is there's nobody can look me dead in the eyes and tell me MiHoYo does not know what the community needs. They fully understand what the community needs. And currently, there's 2 sides to the coin. If we want to be fully copium, right? If we want to be fully copium and be like, hey, MiHoYo actually is working on all these issues. MiHoYo's working on these issues, but they're not telling us about it. Or they're just choosing to ignore the issues. Like, they're choosing to ignore it. It's one or the other. So now back to the communication issue. Right now, I don't think MiHoYo anticipated such, like, the degree of backlash they were about to get for the anniversary. But like you guys are saying, the core of the problem here is not the anniversary, but the lack of communication and transparency. Right? This is really the core of our problem here. Sorry, chat. My brain is getting so big that the cap cannot contain it anymore. Man, my hair looks like an anime character. But am I crazy for saying this? Because if MiHoYo were a little more transparent, yeah, they would still get people, upset. Because let's say MiHoYo has no plans for any resin change for the foreseeable future. Let's say for the next year. MiHoYo releases a 1-year roadmap, and nothing in the roadmap talks about character rebalancing, such as amber changes or elemental reaction changes or certain character interaction fixes or anything. And all they show are, we're going to be getting 8 more 8 more 5 stars, 7 more 4 stars. We're going to be getting a new element. We're going to be getting 2 minor regions plus 1 major region. Blah, 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 blah. And people are still gonna be upset. You just can't get around that, can you now? But MiHoYo, listen, I get it, right? I have haters too. I have haters too, MiHoYo. It doesn't matter what I say or do. These people are still gonna come out and hate at the end of the day. Right? MiHoYo, it's okay. Do your thing. You have more supporters than you have haters. But sometimes the people who continuously, unconditionally supporting you just needs a little bit of, love. Needs a little bit of recognition. Some respect. We out here fighting a battle we don't even know you want us to fight. You know what I mean? It's not that people don't enjoy Genshin Impact. People don't enjoy the way you treat them, MiHoYo. That's what it is. I mean, if you want your game to do well, which I'd assume you would want your game to do well, you have to respect the people who are out here, busting our asses off. Not for the okay. Here's another thing. We need to talk about free-to-play players because free-to-play players don't give themselves enough credit. I'm about to drop some knowledge on you guys. Not knowledge, but I want to shed some light on the value of free-to-play players because I've seen a lot of people during the past week straight up disrespecting free-to-play players. And I think that's a real shame because they really don't understand just how important free-to-play players are. All right. Free-to-play players probably make up the bulk, I would say 85 to 90%. Easily that level of ratio. I'm saying free-to-play players not even spending the welcome moon. So how many people don't even spend, you know what? Just using the chat right now, since we have a lot of people right now, welcome everybody. Please get yourself settled. I'm going to do a poll for you guys. When I say free-to-play, okay, I'm talking not even the welcome moon, like pure free-to-play. I'm going to ask you guys, are you free to play? And I'm going to say yes and no. All right. So I'm going to ask you guys this question because this is very important. I think free-to-play players makes up definitely a huge majority of the player base here. How much? I don't know. And we're about to find out, right? If free-to-play players make up less, then it's actually a very interesting topic. It takes me into a whole nother avenue of this particular topic. All right, so I have the poll running right now. If you guys see it, make sure to cast your votes because that's going to heavily sway how I go forward in this discussion. But we don't give free-to-play players and low spenders enough credit when we talk about their value towards the game right now. And this is very important to the anniversary because a lot of people are saying, well, MiHoYo is not going to care about the vast majority of the player base because they don't care if they lose the bulk of the player base. And oh boy, that out of all the things that are wrong with what is being said in the past week, that's probably like the most wrong. That's the most wrong out of all the things I've seen because free-to-play players or low spenders are what likely keeps this game running. What keeps the lights on. Like you guys honestly pay MiHoYo's bills. For real though. And this is not cap. We don't even need to bust out the tinfoil hat. I'll show it to you guys, okay? So, okay, interesting. So, most people are not free to play. 64% are not, 36% are. So, let's just talk about it including low spenders, right? So, we're going to talk about free to play players and low spenders. They make up the bulk of the community. Let's go with that, all right? So, yes, when we talk about spending, we talk about value, the whales, the leviathans, they're the ones who on paper spend the most. But let's say you got one leviathan who spends $10,000 in Genshin Impact. What do you think the ratio is going to be? How many free-to-play or low spenders are there to one leviathan? Right? And I can tell you guys right now that the amount of low spenders probably can rival it 15, 20,000 easily plus. No, trust me, it's not 10 to 1. It's not 10 to 1. It's an insane ratio. Leviathans, how many people like Tectone? How many people like Tenhut? How many people like Tony Toe? How many people like I Win to Lose Gaming? Versus how many, like, you can look at it just from the content creators. There's like, must be multi-hundred thousands, tens of thousands of content creators trying to cover Genshin Impact. How many of them are actual Leviathans? How many? There's like a handful, right? Low spenders outrival Leviathans, thousands of ratio to 1. And that is by design in every category. And let me tell you, the reason Leviathans, here, now let's get to straight to the core. One of the main reasons Leviathans are even willing to spend this much money on the game is because there is an audience. There is an audience of both players and viewers who are willing to watch them. Take that money and put it to good use. So Sanzu River coming in with the $5. Thank you, Sanzu River. Says 1 million people paying $5 each is more than 100 people paying 5,000. It's just math. Exactly. Low spenders beat out Leviathans through sheer number. But another thing is true. Leviathans spend this much in the game because there is an audience, there is viewership, there are people who are here to appreciate the amount of effort and stuff, just raw stuff they have for their account, right? We like to think of Genshin Impact as like what you might call it, as a single player game, but there is a huge audience out there. Tenha has actively came out and said the reason he spent so much money in Genshin Impact was because he wanted to do it before it became cool. Now think about it. Think about that for a second. Let me end the community poll here. Thank you guys for voting. So at the end, we ended with, are you free to play? 58% no, 41% is yes. Yes being pure free to play, and no meaning you bought the Welcome Moon. So that's a very low bar over there. All right. So Tenha has actively said he spends that much money. He spent so much money on the initial release of Genshin Impact just to get himself on the radar when it comes to content creation. Why? Because there are enough eyeballs. There's enough people who cares about this game, who's willing to watch somebody spend that much money and see the results. It's the bulk of it is going to be free-to-play players and very low spenders, right? Even some mid-tier spenders. There is viewership. What do you think is going to happen if MiHoYo completely screw over the free-to-play players and low spenders? They're gonna leave. They are going to leave. Listen, people. Listen. MiHoYo needs free-to-play players more than free-to-play players need MiHoYo. Genshin Impact. All right? I'll say it again. I'll make it more clear. MiHoYo or Genshin Impact needs free-to-play players more than free-to-play players needs Genshin Impact and MiHoYo. It's the same for content creators. I need this game to do well, to succeed, right? Not just me, all content creators. You can name any notable content creator. They themselves need free-to-play or low spenders or the general community to do well for this game more than anything. We need this game to stay healthy. And when people come out and say like, oh, you know, you free-to-play players complain so much, like, why should MiHoYo care about you guys? Why should MiHoYo give a damn? You know, you guys don't pay the bill. You guys are just playing this game for free. That is wrong. Okay? They're not taking into account the sheer volume of traffic. So that is another big mistake we have to correct in the minds of people. Free-to-play players are going to be they're the pulse. They're the pulse of this game. It's the same for all games. Kamikaze MMO coming in with the $5 says, good night, my friend. I have 2 days without login. I'm playing New World. No gacha, no RNG, no resin. I spent $3,000. dollars plus in Genshin, and they treat us bad. Now, you see, I've been talking to you guys about this, that there are a ton of different games coming out, and a lot of people are saying, well, those games can't compete with Genshin, they're not in the same space. But what people are not understanding is a lot of people started playing Genshin because it was during a time where there was a lot of drought in different categories for games, right? There were not a lot of MMORPGs, right? Shooters were dry, everything was dry, and Genshin just happened to have a convergence of different different genre of gamers. How many people were playing Genshin as their first gacha game? MMO players are probably the players who gets shafted the most on a consistent basis, honestly. And now, right? New World's coming out. I said Lost Ark is coming out. For most of the MMORPG players, they're gonna move on. They're gonna see, oh, right, MMOs is resurging. We're gonna be playing some of these games, trying some of those games, and eventually they're gonna move on. Genshin Impact cannot sustain that level of explosive growth and sustain this level of player base from sheer content alone. And of course, yes, Blue Protocol is on the horizon. But when I say on the horizon, I'm saying another 1 year, 2 years. All right? So I'm not out here trying to tell you guys, jump ship, jump ship. I'm trying to say MiHoYo, I feel like, have their priority backwards. Do you guys know about the whole Twitter hashtag thing? You guys know the whole Twitter hashtag thing? That's like a whole nother dumpster fire of an issue we have to get to. All right, it is, you know, you know what I mean. MiHoYo spends so much time and effort trying to get us, or trying to create events that incentivize inviting other people. But damn, I'd be lying if I said I am comfortable inviting my friends to play this game right now. I wouldn't be a good friend. Like, listen, would you invite your best friend to come and play this game right now and still be able to look him dead in the eyes and call him your best friend? Because honestly, that man or woman would not be your best friend if you would invite them to play this game right now. Wholeheartedly. I'm just telling you the truth right now. All right? If you asked me 6 months ago, would I invite my best friend to come play Genshin Impact? Yeah, I would. I would say, hey, you could give this game a try. It's not bad. There's some good ups and downs. But now, no. I'm not going to actively go out holding a billboard on the street saying, don't play Genshin, but I'm certainly not going to spend a lot of time being like, hey, you guys want to try out Genshin Impact? Hey, check out this game, Genshin Impact. Because there's just too many issues right now. MiHoYo is continuously showing us that they don't care about the free-to-play. They don't care. Like, a lot of these major events or half decent events are just trying to get the masses while they still have the player base to get their friends to invite other people to come play. Like, I made a joke saying that it feels like a Ponzi scheme. You know what I mean? I made a joke saying it feels like a Ponzi scheme, but the more that I look at it, it's like, wait a frickin' minute. You invite people to come play this game, and MiHoYo pays you primo gems if you like somehow hit the jackpot or something, and then you can dip whenever, right? You did your job, and then eventually they're gonna release more of these events to try to get the people you invited in to continuously pull their friends in. It's I'm just like, hold up, freaking minute, wait. So I don't know. I feel like MiHoYo, what what are they doing? Are they doing like what's up? What we just need the CEO of MiHoYo to bust on the stage one day, being like, what's up? Genshin Impact. You know, that's Really, honestly, that's how close we are. That's how close we are to this becoming like an actual meme of like the freaking decade thing. Big connect. it. Sorry for the ear rape, but, but hey, I'm just I'm just trying to make a point, right? From the outside, what does it look like? From the player's perspective, what does this look like? How does MiHoYo look when there's no end game content? They won't communicate with us because this is exactly what BitConnect essentially did, right? You ask them for this stuff, they don't communicate with you. They just tell you, "Hey, keep getting users, keep getting people to invest. Don't worry," and you keep getting your payouts. At least, hey, at least BitConnect gave you the damn payouts for at least a period of time. MiHoYo is gonna make you gotcha for these payouts. I'm just saying, if we're strictly looking at facts here, BitConnect seemed more legit than what MiHoYo is doing. Am I wrong? Right? So, anyways, that's enough of that talking about the free to play. We need to move on to something else, like the other spectrum of this, and that is the whole review bombing. I think that's another big topic we have to get to during this live stream, and let's talk about the review bombing. All right, so with my videos recently, I've been reading most of the comments and sorting through them, and I've seen a lot of people on both side of the coin, right? And I know we might end up dividing the chat here, but it's something that we have to do to kind of go forward, right? The review bombing, I said in my previous video, is like, I feel like it's pretty sad that we had to get to this point, and that I felt like it's maybe not the best way to go about this, but before you guys get upset, the people in the comments did say, "What, Walrus? Okay, you are saying the review bombing was too much. Then please enlighten us. What else as a community could we have done to get MiHoYo's attention, to get Genshin's attention, right? To get some sort of communication. What could we have done apart from the review bombing, right? Because the answer is actually quite complicated. There are definitely, if we have, and we have to assume something. We have to assume something is that there are solutions to this problem that can serve as a solution over a longer period of time, if that makes sense, right? For example, I'll give you guys an example, right? If everybody stopped playing Genshin Impact for a month, like everybody who was upset stopped playing for a month, I guarantee you MiHoYo most likely will get their CEO or get whoever the executive will come out and make an official statement. That's how big of an issue that would have been, right? For a month, maybe longer. But people, and here's the assumption, people wanted an immediate response. Everybody was thinking, we need an immediate response. I want a response today or tomorrow. We need to resolve this as soon as humanly possible. And if we think about it through this line, like through this train of thought, review bombing probably, please chat. We got 700 people here. Correct me if I'm wrong. Is there another method the community could have used apart from review bombing the game to get an immediate response? Is there another way? Was there another way the community, because they were censoring us on all platforms, they were not responding, they were not transparent, they wanted this problem to just go away. Was there another way? Was there? Please. 700 people in chat. Is there one person who could name another collective method the community could have done on any platform I see a lot of no's. And remember, the condition is immediate response, not a month from now, not 2 months from now. A petition, but Yan's Orbit is saying a petition, but petitions won't give you an immediate response. Right? So when I made that video and I said I don't think the review bombing was the right way to go because it just felt wrong, lying, right? Lying about the actual product. But now looking back at it, I can admit I was wrong. Because when somebody asked me that question in the comment section and they were being genuine, right? They were being constructive. They were like, okay, Walrus, you're saying this, but you didn't give us an alternative. You didn't give us an alternative. You just said, hey, it was wrong. Sure, it's wrong. Then what else were we supposed to do? Are we supposed to just take the loss and move on? But the problem is not the rewards. It's getting slapped in the face and not even getting a sorry, right? So I can admit, sure, I was wrong. I was wrong. Because Mandy said office raid. Wait. Send hitmen. But the thing is, even if you send a hitman, it won't get you a response as fast as we got it. You know? Even if you said, like, yeah, I know it's a joke. I know it's a freaking joke. But even if you send a hitman, it wouldn't happen this fast. You know what I mean? Office raid, that definitely could be a way. But office raid could not get it involved globally. Right? South America, North America, right? Asia, there's CN. You could only office raid them in CN. So, right? These are all extreme examples. Now, I get people are starting getting into the meme territory, but this is my point, right? There were no more immediate methods we as a community could have used to get MiHoYo's attention, because at the end of the day, we needed their attention. They were not taking us seriously. They were not taking a lot of people's concerns seriously through the months of surveys. Dude, I swear to God, I could turn in my months of survey. I can kind of reorganize it and I can have it filed as a freaking science paper. Like that thing, I've written pages and pages of like proper constructive reviews and surveys. I can publish that as a legit science paper. I swear. I can take that right now and then use it as my freaking master's graduation papers. That's how much effort I put into those surveys. Not a peep. Zip. Nothing. They didn't say jack. All right? Mr. Spiral, welcome. We're just talking about the anniversary drama. We touched on different subjects, and now we're talking about the review bombing. We're at the review bombing section, and I'm admitting to my faults in saying that review bombing was not the best way. But then I myself could not have thought, like, now I was put on the spot essentially, and I could not find a better way to get MiHoYo's attention for an immediate response. So I admit to my fault there. I'm sorry. I said that. I was wrong. All right. Review bombing seemingly is the best way to get an immediate response. Drastic measures were taken. Sanzu Rivers says, coming in with the $20, a signal too poor where I am for live stream, so I am out. Have a good one. Also, PSA, Kokomi and Yoimiya havers, please avoid using fragile resin for their artifacts. A new set should be coming soon during or after reruns. How about that? Thank you, Sanzu River, for tuning in. Sorry about the connection issues. I'm gonna try to go away and see if I can fix them for future live stream. Thank you very much for letting me know though. All right. So Sanzu River's message: hold up on farming artifacts. Apparently, there's gonna be something new coming. We don't know. That was not a leak, by the way. Sanzu River once again confirming with us. Sanzu, the one and only. Indeed, Mr. Sanzu River. He doesn't even have a profile picture, but truly the one and only. Staying anonymous, but definitely at this point, one of our wallet archons here on the channel and sponsor to future giveaways. If you guys don't know, Sanzu River has sponsored 2 Hu Tao giveaways, 2 Xiao giveaways, and 2 Ganyu giveaways. Just letting you guys know. So for me being a smaller channel, your chances of winning are astronomically higher here. All right. Just don't go around blabbering to other people being like, hey, this guy's doing a giveaway. Just keep it to yourselves. When the time comes, I'll let you guys know. All right. I'll let you guys know when the time comes. So, let's talk about, I think that's going to be that for the review bombing. And I want to say that MiHoYo has learned their lesson, but I think it's far from that, right? Let's talk about the result of the review bombing. Let's talk about the result. So, we got, well, people on the Asia server got a wing, a design wing, a limited time wing, a glider, not wing, a limited time glider. It has these musical notes on it. If you guys haven't seen it yet, it looks okay. But it's likely, just from the way it looks, it seems like it was not made for the anniversary, but more for the concert. And correct me if I'm wrong. I do remember hearing or seeing this myself, though, that those wings were never planned for free. It was planned as a $30 bundle, along with some other stuff like a furniture or something like that, like blueprints for furnitures and what you call it, and maybe a name card or something, or a wallpaper. So it was never planned for the anniversary, but MiHoYo has willingly let go of the bundle there, and we have 1 out of 4 right now. So there's 2 out of 4, 3 out of 4, 4 out of 4. They might just be giving us the contents of that bundle through these 4 essentially anniversary damage control giveaway gimmicks, right? Last minute damage control, says Jojo Smitho. And I think now that we're touching on damage control, we're finally getting to MiHoYo's response, right? And I talked about this in today's video. We have to review and talk about it like this. All right, I'm gonna do a poll, and I want you guys to be honest with me, because we're gonna be continuing this conversation based off of the results from the poll. All right, since now we're getting more people here, we got 800 people, so hopefully these votes are starting to be able to represent the community. We're gonna have to do miniature experiments, right? We're gonna have to use these ratios and apply it to the general community. All right, so let me just ask you guys something. Please answer truthfully. The question is, would you have purchased the $30 musical glider bundle? Now, again, yes and no. All right, so I'm gonna ask you guys, please cast your votes, because no, guys, remember, don't just, let's see, please forget about MiHoYo's wrongdoings. Let's just say if there were nothing wrong, anniversary was fine, would you have purchased this? If the anniversary was fine, you were not upset at MiHoYo, things are okay, would you have done it? Like, we have to, right? I think some people likely would, as long as they were not upset at MiHoYo, right? That's the consensus, because we're giving a lot of leeway right now. I just want to see if MiHoYo were actually going to release this bundle, how much money would they have made? Right? That's the question we're trying to answer. How much money would MiHoYo have made? And by finding out that number, we can then calculate how much money MiHoYo actively gave up. Right? Meaning that they gave this money away. They're not making this money anymore. So once we know that number can be attributed to how much MiHoYo values the community in a way, right? They spent like $160 million on Twitter hashtags. So now let's see, how much does the player base matter to them monetarily? We're gonna have to scale this up. Right now, let me see. What's the player base for Genshin Impact? Genshin Impact total player count. So far, 8% is gonna purchase it. Approximately 3 million. So 8% of 3 million, right? 7%. Okay, it's dropping. 7%. 7, you guys can pull out your phones, do the calculations yourself. 7% times 3 million. 210,000. Wait, really? 51 million players? 51 million? Are you sure about that? Is it 50? Oh, let's see. Okay, we need to get the number of players right. What is the daily active number of players? 7% of what? 50 million daily? Yeah, there's 40 million downloads. So there's no way there's 51 million active daily players. Okay, my number is already correct. So, okay. I'm just going to go with 7 million active, 3 million active daily players who are actively grinding and playing the game. 3 million. 3 million times 7%, which is 0.07. That's 210,000 players would have, using our ratio, using our miniature scale here, our ratio, 210,000 players would have purchased this $30 pack, which gives them $6,300,000. Wow. MiHoYo gave away $6.3 million worth of revenue to the community versus their $160 million spent for the Twitter hashtags, right? I'm not saying this is fully accurate, but using our scale here, 7% of the people watching my video, watching this live stream right now. Remember, we did a poll earlier saying most of you guys are not even free to play. Like 60% of you are not even free to play, which means you've spent money on this game. And even out of the people who have spent money on this game, only 7% are willing to continue spending additional $30 to purchase the wings, right? And I'll ask you guys, this is without hating MiHoYo. Like, let's just pretend we live in a beautiful world in an alternate dimension where we don't absolutely hate MiHoYo's guts right now. Only 7% of the people would have purchased the wings. That's $6.3 million, roughly. I'll give it to 7 million. That's still a far cry from the $160 million they spent on Twitter hashtags, right? It's just, all right, I'm going to end the poll here. Thank you guys for participating. It just comes to show that in MiHoYo's eyes right now, their damage control is roughly just around this. We might think, wow, $6.3 million, that's a lot of freaking money. That is a lot of money. But to MiHoYo, that's not a lot of money at all. Right? What is in the bundle? The bundle, originally, I think people were saying it would have contained the glider. They would have contained a furniture of some sort. Or they glider, furniture, and I think either a name card or a wallpaper. I think it was a name card, something like that. Just some flashy goodies stuff. Nothing of value, really. Just cosmetics. Yeah, name card. So, oh yeah, 1K Primo, glider, furniture, name card. Yeah, it wasn't anything of true substance. Some cosmetics for the people who wanted it. It's not a big loss for MiHoYo. It is a loss, but not that big. All right. So honestly, looking at this, I want to be able to point to the things MiHoYo is doing right now. Be like, hey, at least they're doing something. They are, and it came with a message, right? It came with in the mail with the message saying, you know, happy anniversary. They did not apologize, if I'm correct. They did not address the issues, like sorry for staying silent, sorry for the lack of communication. There's a lot we've been working on, and it's our fault that we have ruined the experience of the anniversary for you guys. We'll continue to do better to hopefully avoid a similar situation from ever happening again. Please have faith in us and take these rewards, and we still hope you can have somewhat of a good anniversary, and look forward to more rewards coming in the next few days. Right, I just came up with that shit on the spot. I don't know what it is with MiHoYo and admitting fault, but hey, right, that's not going to make people much happier, but having them address that they are aware of the issue is very important. We need them to understand we're not mad at them because we didn't get rewards. Some people right now are still thinking we're mad because we didn't get rewards. We want primos, we want summons. No, we're mad. Like I said, I asked you guys at the very beginning, it was the lack of communication, the lack of transparency, right? The rewards are just kind of like a little byproduct of that big issue, right? So now, going forward, we need to continue pushing forward in this conversation, right? Yeah, the Flare Red is saying it started because of reward. Now it is communication, right? The reward was a catalyst to a much bigger issue. Much bigger issue. Man, they sure are pulling a blizzard, right? Too big to fall. Exactly. I feel like they're sitting too high up on their pedestal here, on their throne, thinking they're untouchable, right? Large Banana is saying, Erotic Warriors, I'm really happy that your voice always matches with the community. It's so nice to have a platform that speaks for us. I mean, Large Banana, thank you so much for saying that. I myself always say, like, I am just a megaphone. At least me, as a content creator, I am just a megaphone. People like to think that I'm a yes man, or I flow with whatchamacallit. I flow with the whatever the masses are saying, but I honestly think of myself as a megaphone. I'm just here to echo community concern. What's the point of having a frickin' platform if you're not willing to use it to echo the voices of the people? Does that sound cringe? Probably a little bit, but honestly, when I used to be standing on the sidelines screaming my head off saying like, no, dude, say this, nobody gave a damn, right? So now when I'm here, I can, and if you guys are willing to communicate with me, I would love to say it, right? I would love to say it, right? I don't know how often you guys see, but I get more hate than people likely know, right? Kai Suzugamori says, Erotic Worlds, I left as a comment on a few channels, which was a mock PR statement, for example, on Mtash and Seka Poco's videos. That's all MiHoYo needed. All we want was communication. Yeah, that's true. That's true. So yeah, I want to continue helping you guys voice whatever you guys want to say. A lot of my videos, they get good traction because I think it proves that people are looking for those kind of videos. They're looking for discussions. They're looking for people who are willing to speak on these issues, right? I speak on all these issues. I touch on them all, okay? Big content creators are kind of scared to trash MiHoYo. Exactly. A lot of content creators are under MiHoYo's supervision. Let's say it like that. The bigger you are, while you're also under MiHoYo's flag, which means you're a verified content creator for MiHoYo, the more you likely will be scrutinized. right? It's not even losing the free primos. Think about it like this, Jens Orbit. I don't want to get too political. I don't really want to get too political, but I can guarantee you, I'm just going to say something, and I hope you guys can listen up and pick apart this for yourselves. I don't want to get too into detail, but I'm going to say it once and once only. All right? And trust me when I say this. Trust me when I say this. If MiHoYo wanted to screw with you, there are many ways they can mess you up without even lifting a finger. Take with that what you will. I'm speaking from the bottom of my heart the truth. If these billion-dollar corporations wanted to mess with you, there's nothing you can do about it. It's best to stay off their radar. If you are that big, like Tectone, like Mtash, like Sekapoko, like any of these big content creators, you have something to lose. All right? I don't have jack to lose. While I appreciate the time we spent together, the live stream that we're doing here, we're having fun, right? My platform, I took a year to build this up. Even if I lost all of this, I would be still sitting far above the average when it comes to income and stuff like that. I live completely fine, people. YouTube probably is like less than 10% of my income. So, whereas for those content creators, for those people, that's like 95% of their income, right? The bigger you get, the more you allocate into YouTube as your resource, the more you're going to be scared of MiHoYo coming around and backhanding you or like doing something to you. So, of course, these bigger creators, they're going to take a more neutral stance because they have to. They want to get in on the drama. They want to talk about these issues, but they can't take a hard stance against MiHoYo, not because MiHoYo has actively said you cannot do that. Honestly, MiHoYo could simply not care, but are they really gonna risk the years, especially for Mtash? He's been doing like YouTube for what, 8 years? He's finally found such great success, explosive success. Do you think the man's gonna risk it? He has a kid, he has a family. Do you think he's gonna risk everything just to say a few words? Nah. If you were in their position, would you risk it all? Probably not. Just saying, all right? So smaller channels like myself, smaller live stream like Twitch channels are going to be more vocal about this because we got nothing to lose, right? Props to Ziox for speaking up. Mr. Ziox himself is also going through law school, if I remember correctly, right? So Ziox, like a lot of us, like creators, like even if they have hundreds of thousands, they have a platform, right? They don't they also have different things they're doing with their life. And for people like Damone Kim, people like Zeal's Ambition, they stood up for themselves. They're like, hey, you know what? I don't need this. This is not what I want. I don't enjoy this anymore. I'm out, right? So Mtash did trash MiHoYo, but Mtash not gonna dig into the nitty gritty stuff, right? Mtash is a very well-spoken man. Like Mr. Mtash is very good with his words, right? So I'm just gonna put it right here. Mr. Mtash is smarter than most people think he is. Mr. Mtash knows a thing or two about how this business works. If you guys have ever seen it, Mtash and Tectone actually did a video where they talked about for like an hour. Probably the actual talk was longer, but Mtash was straight up educating Tectone on how this business works, how to better monetize, how to better do things, how to be a better YouTuber, essentially, right? Hate him if you want, but Mtash is a smart guy. And the way Mtash has been navigating the recent drama, both between content creators, and also with MiHoYo, Genshin Impact, it just shows that man is a seasoned veteran when it comes to that. MiHoYo should hire Mtash as their PR guy. right? MiHoYo. Look at MTash, right? So, you know, say what you want about MTash. He's a smart guy, all right? He's a smart guy. And for content creators like myself, I probably should look at MTash and start learning a thing or two about how to properly say things when I should say them and don't say things when I don't want to say them. If I ever want to make it to, to make it somewhat more successful in this field. So now that we address the damage control, MiHoYo's response, right? How do you guys want to continue, right? I want to hear more. I think I've covered, chat, correct me if I'm wrong. I think I covered most of the topics, right? Apart from a couple extreme scenarios. If you guys want to hear me keep talking about different scenarios, different arguments, I would love to break them more down, but it's up to you guys. Do you guys want to hear me talk more about different, because we haven't touched on the people who just wants MiHoYo to crash and burn, right? We also haven't talked about the people, like the absolute white knights who are like, MiHoYo did nothing wrong, but do we really need to touch on those topics? Mr. Spiral coming in with the 20 says, what if MiHoYo planned the drama, got him trending? We sure we want to talk about that? You guys sure you want me to touch on that one? Hey, I'm ready. Say the word, chat. Say the word. Hey, you want me to talk on that? Okay. All right. So if you guys forgot the question was, how do we know that MiHoYo didn't plan for this whole fiasco thing to get them on trending? Because let's be honest, the slower patches are about to hit us. For people who don't know, Genshin Impact, through its first iteration from patch 1.0 to patch 2.0, right, had a big low point starting in patch 1.3. I think 1.3 was the last hype patch that we got. From 1.3 onwards, it was just filler after filler after filler. And MiHoYo likely saw something in the numbers that they did not like. Right? 1.3 was great. But starting from 1.3 onwards, like starting from 1.4 essentially. Starting from 1.4, essentially we hit like a drought. So MiHoYo is probably anticipating that, and we could say that this whole fiasco thing was just to get themselves noted on social media or on to get themselves trending as a topic, as a discussion. And then here's the topic though. Here's my question to you guys. Is there bad PR? Here's another poll, right? Is there such a thing as bad PR? Right? Another yes or no. Another yes or no. Because right now, MiHoYo is getting so much negative press that I hesitate to even think that they want anything to do with what's going on right now. Right? I don't think MiHoYo, like, even if this was planned, I don't think MiHoYo wanted it to get this out of hand. You know what I mean? Yeah. And we could talk about how Forbes, Forbes is known, like, owned by, like, what? Multi-billion or even, like, $1 trillion worth of, like, net worth, right? If Forbes is calling you cheap, or if Forbes is calling you out for being too cheap or too stingy, you're probably too freaking stingy, my man. Right? I mean, come on, people. You're So so here's the conspiracy then, right? Did MiHoYo want to cause an uproar within the community to generate some sort of hype going forward? Was this planned? Right? This is the question. This is the question at hand here. Was this whole fiasco thing planned, or is it just an accident? And MiHoYo is just like you know, putting double-sided scotch on a broken dam at this point. Because whoever planned this fiasco, if this was planned, that person probably needs to get fired. I would fire that person if I was in MiHoYo. I don't know about you guys. Cause okay, so is there such a thing as bad PR? 440 people voted saying yes. It's pretty much an overwhelming yes. People, my hair is getting too long and puffy for this hat. My brain is too big. So PR is public relations. PR stands for public relations. So yeah, this concludes our segment of the conspiracy. We're gonna retire the hat for a little bit. Let me fix my hair here for you guys. Physical razor. So yeah, most of you guys think that yes, there is such a thing as bad PR, and I think MiHoYo right now definitely hit a landmine. Let's see if Google Trends actually reflects this though. So one moment, let me get you guys on Google Trend with me here. Let's get on Google Trend. Genshin Impact. We got Genshin Impact. Doesn't seem to reflect too much. What about ooh. Over the past few days, definitely people have been oh Sansa River coming back with welcome back. Sansa says the earlier artifact comment was speculation based on analysis of Kokomi's kit. Feel free to ignore it. Still lagging bad plus time for work. Laters. Sansa Rivers. I'm very curious as to what this man does for a living. He's been very he or she, we still don't know, has been very generous. So thank you, my friend. Good luck at work, and hope to see you in the next stream. Right now, we're looking at this. So there's a huge jump for Genshin Anniversary, right? Wait, what about MiHoYo? Not so much, but Genshin Anniversary is just rocketing. You guys see that? Oh yeah, set it to global. Set it to global. Okay, global wise, it's not so bad. Oh, the Canadians must be into the drama then. Honestly, Genshin Anniversary, MiHoYo. MiHoYo hasn't really done too much. So yeah, MiHoYo gets a lot more hits than Genshin Anniversary. And Genshin Impact just sits comfortably here. But you can see it's been taking a nosedive since September 4th. They've been losing traction. Right? Let's get rid of MiHoYo and let's So yeah, it's Genshin Anniversary is barely making any waves in the community. Yeah, so there's nobody searching for drama. It's just Genshin Anniversary. So People are just worried about the Genshin anniversary. So this is and bam. It's just. But for reference, compared to how many people are actually searching for the game Genshin Impact, it's almost like nothing. It's almost not apparent. And this is a great way to kind of, I guess, wrap this discussion up. All right. So here's the thing, people. As much as we want to think that what has been going on in the past, almost I'd say around a week now, is big news. It's very big news for people who consume Genshin media, if that makes any sense, right? It's big news for us who are subscribed to different YouTube channels, who are on the forums, who are playing the game every single day. Because it feels like for a moment in time, it doesn't matter if you were, you were a forum exclusive person, you were a Tectone exclusive person, MTash, Sekka, I Win to Lose, Ziox, Braxophone, me, whoever, like all the other content creators. Like, it doesn't matter who you watch, who you supported. We all banded together for the past week in trying to accomplish something, was to get MiHoYo to realize that we exist as a community, right? But in the grand scheme of things, you guys saw the chart just now. Compare our, like, it felt like our world was being turned upside down, but compared it to all the people who actually play Genshin Impact, I still want to let you guys know. Most people didn't even know this happened. Honestly, most Genshin players did not even know this ever happened. And it's a shame because, to begin with, most Genshin players don't consume Genshin content. They just play the game. They're just playing the game. It's only people who not only play the game, but consume content and are active online with Genshin-related media who partook in this. And imagine for a second, imagine if everybody took a stance, if everybody was aware and cared about this issue as much as we did right here, spending hours sitting here talking about it, right? Maybe then MiHoYo would have cared, but right now you guys saw it from the charts, right? You guys saw it from the charts. The amount of people who search Genshin Impact versus the amount of people who search Genshin Impact Anniversary. And that's just a simple Google search. If you are not searching for Genshin Impact Anniversary on Google, unless you're using Bing or Yahoo or whatever, right? But if you're not searching for Genshin Impact Anniversary, you likely won't have really come into contact with much of this drama because it all happens online, right? It's third party away from MiHoYo's forums that address these issues. People who are on YouTube, right? There just wasn't people looking for this. They didn't care. Wade Rudolph says, gotta go. Good night, Walrus. Good talk. Thank you, Wade, for tuning in. And yeah, for people who are still here, if it's your first time here, don't know me, name's Walrus. You can call me Erotic Walrus. You can call me Walrus. Make Genshin videos. Do Genshin live streams. Talk Genshin. Breathe Genshin. Yeah, I even right now sleep with Genshin. So use my code Erotic Walrus for 10% off. GenshinPlushies.shop. Yes. Pretty much. Yeah, like vocal minority. I want to believe that everybody feels the same, but numbers just shows otherwise, right? Numbers just shows otherwise. I mean, we still accomplished something, right? Without the effort that the community put in over these past few days, we would have never even gotten close to where we are right now. No, Huangli, you caught me. Huangli coming in with the 199 says subtle advertisement. Wow. But honestly, though, people, if you guys want a plushie for yourself, it's good stuff. Good stuff. Yeah, we need to make a video, and I want to wrap this whole thing up. All right, I want to wrap this whole thing up. I've been talking for like an hour now, and I know there's gonna be haters. There's always gonna be haters. Uh, I know, I'm a very small. I know I'm a very small content creator. In oh, what drink is that? This is a Chinese drink. It's iced tea. It's iced tea. It's a Chinese brand. Only people who I don't know if Southeast Asia even has this. Not sponsored. Not sponsored. It's a Chinese brand. I grew up drinking this when I used to live in China. So it's cheap. Most people probably won't like it. It has that cheap taste. It has that cheap taste, but you know, I grew up drinking it, and I was just like, damn. I miss it sometimes, so I drink it. All right, so people, we're gonna make a video. I want to tie this whole thing together, um, but I want to make it so that Case Choi says, "Yep, that man knows what they're saying. That man or woman knows what they're saying." Like Sunny D, tastes cheaper than Sunny D, my friend. All right, Sunny D tastes okay. Do you think this drama end? I think the bulk of the drama, the hate is gonna move onwards, but I don't think we reached a conclusion. That's what I think. MiHoYo hasn't addressed the core of the issue, and like and how should I put this? I know MiHoYo knows what they need to do going forward, but whether they want to do it or they think they can keep pushing our buttons is a whole nother issue. All right. So yeah, it costs a lot though. No, this entire thing over here. Like, remember, people, this is imported. They don't manufacture this here. This thing is imported, and it costs like $3 or $4 for how many liters is this? 2 liters. Yeah, it's like it's more expensive than Coca-Cola, but if you buy this crap in not crap, but like if you buy this stuff in China, this probably equates like what? 80 cents? Like it's cheap, dude. Like it's pretty cheap. 80 cents to $1 maybe for 2 liters. $1 something at best. At worst, I mean. Sunny D's nuts. Hey! All right, let's make a video. Let's talk about it. I want to wrap this whole thing up, address some of the issues that we've addressed today, and then going forward, touch on the biggest issue, which is this is not the end of this problem. All right, this is far from the end. Hopefully we don't wait until another catalyst like an anniversary event where we give both ourselves and MiHoYo the wake up call of lacking communication. This next upcoming stream is going to be pretty important. I'm just gonna say it right there. If MiHoYo mutes the chat from the get-go, that means something. That means MiHoYo doesn't want to talk. That means MiHoYo doesn't give a damn. But then again, MiHoYo likely wants to mute the chat because they know people are not going to be reasonable. It's just like, Braxophone says, when you said catalyst, I immediately thought of Kokomi, and I hate that my brain has been consumed. Brax! Wake up! Wake up, Brax! Wake up! Wake up! You're in a dream! You're in a dream. But yeah, we're just let me gather my thoughts because I want I want to make sure I wrap this up cleanly because you know, while I enjoy talking about the issues we have, I don't enjoy making a breeding ground for people to dump their personal issues. You know what I mean? If you guys notice my comment sections, I mean, Braxophone is here perfect because Brax knows this is an issue as well. When people have nowhere else to go, right? when they go on official forums, they get censored. When they go in Discord, they get censored. Right. So where else are they gonna take their frustrations? Probably some random YouTubers' comment sections, right? They bring a ton of different issues in that are completely non-related, and it's a complete shit show. Shit show in the comment section. It's not no bueno, this kind of stuff, right? And I can't go around spending hours of my day blocking, removing comments. So I want to wrap this up, but at the same time, I don't want to, entice people into amping up again. There are some things I want to say. I want to say it and I want to move on. And I really want to focus on the patch 2.2 live stream. I want to see where MiHoYo's stance is. Is it too late for MiHoYo to make a statement saying, hey, sorry for what's been going on over the past week. We're going to do better going forward. Is it so hard to do that? I don't think so. Are they going to do it for both, for like the CN livestream and the EN? I don't think so. Even if they do, likely it's just going to be the CN livestream. Okay? Likely if they do anything, it's going to be for the CN livestream. And yeah, I feel like if I were a voice actor right now, I would be freaking nervous. All right, the concert, exciting. Don't let this ruin the concert. Brax, you are a man of musical talent. I am looking to you for some insight on this concert, my man. Like, I remember, Brax, you did a TikTok, right? You did a TikTok talking about the Barbara, her elemental skill, spins these notes around her, and these notes are the exact same tune that she hums, right? Like la 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 la, right? So Brax, and he was saying like you said something about the musical notes and saying like it's a something major, minor, dissonance, in a B flat major, right? I was like, holy smokes, Brax, like you got it. So I'm looking forward to Brax, and I'm looking forward to the concert. I'm not gonna lie, I try to keep this stuff separate, right? Jella coming in with the 99 says, hello Brax, also TY for addressing this walrus. No problem. Like I said, I'm just a megaphone, right? I'm just a megaphone. I'm here to project the voices of the people. All right, so allow me to project again. It's a C dominant 7. Okay, whatever Brax says, it's a C dominant 7. I swear that sounds kind of kinky, but we're just gonna go with that. A C dominant 7. Getting me a little excited there, Brax. Oh, dominant 7. Woo. All right. So let's do this video. I don't know what that means. Honestly, I'm going to be honest with you. A C dominant 7. I have no idea what that means, but I'll take your word for it. All right. I'll take your word for it. Okay. C7, Barbara. Okay. We're going to have to start recording or else I'm going to forget about what I want to say. Okay. All right. You guys, let's do this. Sup flappers, welcome back to another video. So we've been having a lot to talk about here on this live stream with chat here. We touched on all of the topics starting from the very beginning of the drama here for the anniversary, leading up to kind of like its final act at this point. We just hit, I think, the final act leading up to the patch 2.2 live stream. We're likely going to have some sort of conclusion or resolution. Note, this does not mean the issue is solved and it's done. It just means for this arc, the anniversary drama arc is about to come to an end, and it's going to lead into something else. And we're going to talk about what this arc entails and whether it's going to turn into an entire saga of issues. But I don't want this negativity, this hate train to continue going for much longer. While yes, making this video is still adding wood, adding oil to this, dumpster fire, I want to finalize my thoughts because I sat here for now an hour and a half talking to chat, having them ask me questions and responding to their questions and some of their points. And I think there's never been more clarity than now, both with what chat is saying, also with what I think. All right, so let's talk about the root of the problem, the start. Actually, it's that the anniversary, right? The anniversary was a catalyst to this issue where we've been saying this for months, right? Both content creators, big and small, has been saying since patch 1.0, 1.2, 1. Whatever, that MiHoYo lacks communication. And whenever the opportunity arises, they actively dodge away from the concerns of the community. A case in point, we used to talk about resin a lot. We write into those surveys the changes that we would like, right? I was saying if I took every single one of my surveys and I posted it, right, or I printed it out, I would have enough to write a freaking master's thesis. And I'm sure I'm not alone when I say that I put a lot of work and a lot of thought into writing those surveys. And MiHoYo at every turn had actively mentioned issues that nobody asked for, right? When are we going to increase our friend slots? Are we going to be able to know what kind of monsters we're fighting in domains, right? These issues at every dev note, they have plastered like irrelevant concerns. And with the anniversary drama, this was the catalyst that set everything ablaze. That was the root of the problem. It's MiHoYo's unwillingness to communicate with the player base, right? And it led up to the point where people went and review bombed them in the Play Store. Now, is that the right move? Yes, because in my previous video, I said maybe that wasn't the best way. And now, after talking to chat, after getting educated by people in chat, after getting put on the spot, where it's like, hey, Walrus, you say that's not the best way to do it. Then what is? Please educate us, right? I sat here and neither me nor the 800 people who were in chat at the time was able to come up with a solution. We couldn't. Was there any way to get an immediate reaction out of MiHoYo? No, right? Review bombing them was the last ditch effort people had to get MiHoYo's attention. Now, note, what were we trying to do? Were we trying to get rewards? Were we trying to get a free 5 stars? Were we trying to no, we wanted their attention. We wanted to be able to talk to them. We wanted them to know we exist. And that's the core of the issue. Do we exist? Does MiHoYo care about us existing? And we did some simple math, all right? For their damage control. We did some simple math. I asked everybody who was in my chat, and we used a miniature scale as a reference point. And I asked them, if you guys were not hating MiHoYo's guts right now, and MiHoYo released that $30 pack, including the musical gliders, including the name card, including the furniture, and 1,000 primo gems, what percentage of you guys would have purchased that pack? And roughly 7%, right? 7% of my chat said I would have purchased it if I didn't hate MiHoYo and and that pack did come out. And we took that 7% and scaled it back up to the general population, which we have around 3 million active players every single day playing Genshin Impact. And we took that, which ended up being, and we took that number, applied 7% of that, we got 210,000 people, which multiplied that by 30, which is the $30. We got $6.3 million. So let's just say 6.5, right? We'll just go up a little bit, $6.5 million. People have said, all right, Mr. Braxophone himself, right, did the quick maths. Man's not hot. Figured out $160 million around that was likely spent on Twitter hashtags. Right? Let's let that sink in a little bit, right? Where the scale, the absolute difference in these numbers. It just shows, right? MiHoYo as a damage control in the moment, rather, they willingly took a loss of 6.3 million, but as a scale, right? I showed you guys 160 million for just Twitter hashtags. It kind of shows that what MiHoYo puts value in right now. And we touched on all these topics, but now finally we arrived at the very end is, did this solve the issue? Did this give MiHoYo a wake-up call, right? And the answer, the wholehearted answer right now is likely not. Right? Likely not. Does that mean we have to continue bothering them? Does that mean we need to continue harassing their representatives? No. People, I'll say this once again, and I don't want to continue repeating myself, but the patch 2.2 live stream is about to come up. And let me tell you, not once has MiHoYo's PR rep, right, anybody who makes these decisions ever appeared on these live streams. These live streams are the equivalent of the development team, right? The people behind the creation of Genshin Impact, giving them an opportunity to share their excitement and future contents with the public. Even if there were to be an apology, it would likely be from one of the development team members. If you guys watch the CN live stream, there's a guy called Dawei, which his name is David. He's kind of like the MC, the host of these live streams whenever they're doing IRL, people hosting it, and not just voice actors and animated characters, right? Maybe he will address something. So I am looking towards to the 2.2 live stream. Harassment towards these people will not solve the issue. It'll only likely show MiHoYo that we are more unreasonable. We are an unreasonable group of people who are here doing unreasonable things, and it'll make them care about us even less, right? So I want to urge you all to, if you guys think you are not going to be able to contain yourself, likely it's best to skip this live stream, watch the replay, maybe try to comment. And who is to say MiHoYo's not going to straight up just disable chat to begin with? That's right. It's one thing if they enable chat, then we become toxic, and then they disable it, or they disable chat from the get-go, meaning they just don't want to communicate. Right? These two scenarios, I'm going to be really looking out which one MiHoYo takes, because they've shown us right now that they're willing to take a hit, albeit like a tiny minuscule hit, but I want to see if they're still open for communication, right? If they shut the door before we even get there, it really shows their stance in this whole matter. If they give us an opportunity, they leave the door open, we go in to their house, to their home, and we start smashing things and yelling, throwing a tantrum like a child, and then they kick us out, that's our problem. All right? Be reasonable, people. Be reasonable. And there's also the Genshin concert, right? There's also the Genshin concert. That concert has absolutely nothing to do with the current situation of the anniversary. The artists, right, the musicians who are behind the concert, holy smokes. Like, I want to enjoy that thing so damn much. I want to enjoy that concert so much. And I want to forget about things when I'm listening to the music, the OSTs. I've talked to you guys so much. One of the things I enjoy the most about Genshin Impact is just sitting around, enjoying the space, enjoying the world, and just listening to the OSTs. But I want to stream it. I'm going to be honest with you guys right now. I want to stream that I want to stream that concert, but I don't want to have to censor people in my chat. I see people right now in my chat right now. Most of them are very reasonable, right? They're grown up, they're mature, and I want to be able to share that experience with you guys. I want to be able to share it with you guys live. So I'm a fan of Yu Peng Chen says, Gacha Turismo. Me too, man. The dude is legendary. Right? The dude makes some of the most breathtaking pieces I have heard in a while. Like, that's including movies as well. Like, all bodies of work. Splendid. I'm looking forward to it. People, please, can we please separate the hate from these beautiful bodies of work? Because at the end of the day, MiHoYo is a company, and these musicians are just artists. All right? So can we leave it at this? I want to move forward from this drama as well. I think we have essentially arrived at the final act, and the climax is essentially over. The climax of this arc was like a day ago, 2 days ago, when people were review bombing. Right now we need to settle back down so we can move on into the next patch. Can we do that, please? And thank you guys so much for the support over the past week, essentially, that voicing your concerns, not staying quiet, pushing for your points when you guys felt like it mattered more. I can appreciate that, and I respect that a lot. I have said some things that were not right. I have corrected myself since, and going forward, I want to continue this relationship with you guys, the viewers, and to also better my content. All right, so thank you guys for watching. I hope to see you guys in the patch 2.2 live stream. I'm going to be live streaming the CN version if it wasn't clear already. I want to see if they're going to address anything, or if we're just going to be enjoying next patch, because we're about to hit the drought patches, right? We're going to hit the rerun patches. We're still waiting for Yaimiko though. Super exciting, very excited stuff for the game itself. Please separate Genshin Impact from MiHoYo, the company. All right, the product itself is still very good. I still enjoy it. So I hope you guys can also move on with me. Follow my content, like, subscribe. I'll keep you guys updated with the CN community as well as we approach patch 2.2. All right, so until next time, hope to see you guys there. Stay safe. Peace, peace. Say bye-bye. 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 All right, so I think I rambled a little bit. I'm gonna have to go and edit that and see what I can do there. I tend to ramble, as you guys can see in my recordings. Let's see if I can cut it down and make it more concise, because people on YouTube don't have as much patience when it comes to waiting for me to get to my frickin' point. Yeah, it was pretty good, a little long, exactly. I think I want to cut it down to sub 10 minutes, maybe like around, yeah, probably around there. So, Alama is saying, music student here. C dominant 7 is a chord. The chord consists of the notes C, E, G, and B flat. I can read music. I just don't know like musical theory. You know what I mean? I know that's a B flat. The one with the hashtag, that's a B sharp. So a B flat. Okay, interesting. Need to get into this whole Genshin music thing. Right? We pretty much talked. There's no B sharp. B sharp is just a C, right? Wait, B? Yeah, B sharp is just a C. Bro, you see? I know basic music notes and stuff like that, but when you talk about dominance and dissonance and all this stuff, I start losing it. Wait, Flowcat says, funny story. I was a classical musician as well. I can attest that Genshin music is like insanely good. The amount of effort these musicians, like not like these composers put in, like you can tell they do research. It's not just sitting there writing notes, playing them, revisiting. No, they take inspiration from different cultures. They probably freaking start scratch learning the characteristics of these cultural, the history, right? The emotion comes after you understand the cultural significance. Like Inazuma music hits hard. Hong Liang Hugh says, bye Walrus, bye Huang, thank you for tuning in, and hope to see you guys in the future. Yeah, for everybody who has been here supporting, taking part in the discussion, thank you guys so much. Love having you guys here. It was very helpful when we're doing the polls, and I hope to see you guys in future streams as well. We talk about different kinds of stuff. All right, make sure to subscribe if you guys enjoy the content. Blah 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 blah. YouTuber spiel, selling my stuff. Use my code. Right. So Large Banana says, Erotic Walrus, even the instrumentalist for Inazuma Music said that Yu Peng Chen made a Japanese music that is not Japanese and they can't explain it. Now that is high praise right there. If somebody's job is music, and they say the thing that you have just made, right, they cannot explain it. Yeah, that is right. Fusion, right? In a way, it's fusion. It's successful fusion music that at the core is established by the composer and his deep rooted knowledge for music as a whole. I don't know where they found him. I don't know why I never heard of this man before, but yeah, this man can probably make some of the most. Like, I would be surprised if some Japanese anime studio doesn't hire him for some bomber OSTs. But then again, would he want to work on anime OSTs? I mean, there are definitely people who have made a living doing anime OSTs. But like, probably not anime OSTs. Maybe he'll make some music for like theater version OSTs. I don't know. MiHoYo probably spends like a third of our budget, like a third of our of the money we give them just for this man himself, just to keep him around. Shisnaya, we're gonna hear Rasputin. Get Rasputin. The second we enter Shneznaya, the Soviet anthem just starts blasting and ear raping all of us, and you can't mute it. Kim Adrian Del Rosario says, bro, is your Discord still not full? I don't think Discord... No. My Discord is far from full. What's full on Discord again? Like 700,000, was it? Or 200,000? I don't remember. My Discord is like only around 8,000. So yeah, if you guys enjoy discussions, you guys want to talk, join my Discord. It's a great start. 8,100 people. Yeah, you guys feel free to join my Discord. 800k. Yeah, far from full. Very far from full. We can still get 100. No, 1,000 times its current member. Yeah, for people who are interested, you guys can join the community. There's community events, community rewards, community achievements, fun stuff. Enryu is asking, do you think the rewards we got yesterday is the anniversary reward? In my opinion, it's not, because they give us so to clear the issue. Well, if we're strictly speaking, they are not anniversary rewards, but they're damage control rewards. There's something MiHoYo is doing to try and appease the community, or try to calm the community to a point where they likely hope that the patch 2.2 livestream is going to distract a bigger portion of the community enough that we kind of just forget about the whole anniversary thing, right? Huanglei says, join the dark side. We have wallet archons. That's right. Join the Discord, because if I have any official giveaways, like Hu Tao giveaways, Ganyu, Zhao giveaways, they're all going to be announced on the Discord. All right. So That's probably a place where you will go if you absolutely don't want to miss my giveaways. Andrew is continuing saying exactly to control the anniversary. If they don't want to do anything, the next live stream gonna be hectic and epic. Exactly. Right now, they're hoping that the anniversary is just gonna be enough to carry us forward, essentially, right? Any links to your Discord, you can use the command Discord command here on there's the link. It's also down in the description, I think. Yeah, you can use my vanity link as well if you want to be fancy. It's just discord.gg/eroticwalrus with 2s. That's my vanity link. Got a couple links, so that's the one that most people use though. Yeah, they already delayed the live stream from Friday normally to Sunday. So just by having that, I'm hoping that they are delaying it because they want to add a message into it, right? If they want to add an apology or address the concern into the live stream, there's the reason why they have the delay. So that's actually a good point you addressed there as well, Jan's Orbit. So we're gonna have to see. I didn't get this glider. It's on EU or Asia server and is not to come to America server, or there's something wrong here. I think we're going to get it after the reset. I think we're going to get it after the reset tonight, which is in 6 hours? No, 5 hours and 15 minutes. So likely it's coming to NA just after the reset tonight. Jan's Orbit is saying last minute changes because live streams are pre-recorded. Exactly. They already had a live stream ready and they had to delay it because likely they're going to make some changes to it. And hopefully it's going to be the apology, right? Damn, I didn't think about that. I should add that into my video. I'm going to have to go record it. I'm going to have to go re-record that video. How did the CN community react to Primos and the glider? I don't think, one moment. I want to see if I can find any, one moment. I'm on the forum. Let me just search what's going on here. And if I see anything, I'll bring up the page and I'll translate it for you guys live. Where's Genshin? Did they also restrict it on NGA? Oh, I found it. Found Genshin. Yikes. What the hell is this? I think they censored it. I'm looking at like the Reddit of China, and I can't seem to find the topic talking about the. They're talking about the. Let's see. Oh, I think I found something. Let's take a look. Take a look. I'm gonna take away chat here, so one moment, let me read. I'm trying to gather. Okay, so basically what this is saying, like, if the rewards were given out on the 28th, then that's a surprise, right? That's a surprise to the player base. But if it's given out on the 30th, then the effect and the message is just bad, right? So basically they're saying like whether like it's either A, you hold off and you stick to your guns and just never give anything to begin with, or just don't mention 1 year anniversary, these words to begin with. Like, just don't freaking mention it. Never address it in the live stream, never post it anywhere. Just don't have these words, right? So yeah, so basically all the rewards that we are currently getting, including the temples and blah blah blah, is just for the Moon Chase Festival. Players would think, wow, that's pretty damn good, right? If all these rewards that we currently got already were not included for the anniversary, but only strictly saying for the Moon Festival, players wouldn't think too much of it. Yeah, we'll be disappointed. Wow, where's the anniversary? How come they're not doing anniversary? But we wouldn't really gotten to this point because MiHoYo never said there was going to be anniversary, right? If that was the approach they took, that would have been fine as well, right? Like, basically right here it says the key is you still don't want to give up the celebration and the publicity opportunity of the 1 year anniversary, but you're still being cheap. You know what I mean? That's what this post is saying. Like, not only did they not want to give away like, they're being too greedy in a whole different sense, right? Like, choose one or the other. Don't be so wishy-washy and you know, try to get all your hands on in all the cookie jars here. So if you want to push the game outside of the game, meaning like if you want to do IRL publicity stunts, then you have to take the hit. You got to be able to take that hit. So like, if you, like, basically what this is saying, like, if you don't think there's a cost associated with the risk you are taking, and you just want to pretend like nothing is wrong and pretend nothing, like, you can just, like, close your eyes and let this, like, hope this thing blows over, and this final thing's like, then you're pretty fucking naive, MiHoYo. Like, you're pretty freaking naive. If you think you can keep all your hands in all the cookie jars and just pretend like nothing is wrong, and you think you can get away with it, then that's pretty naive in thinking that. So, so basically, the last one is like, we can't really blame, like, he doesn't think the fault purely lies in the PR and the team who's responsible for operations, because likely they anticipated, well, actually, this is the only thing that I think he's wrong, because the investors, the owners, will always look to the PR and operations team to give them the best input, right? So he's saying right here, because likely they already decided on everything prior to the 28th, right? We may think they had a lot of time to make changes, but unfortunately, once they already got approved for this scenario with the upper management team, or like the investors or whoever, they already set this in stone. So the PR team and the operations team could not backpedal to the investors saying, actually, we were wrong, can we do this? Because they're scared of losing their jobs, right? It's not a valid excuse, because that just shows the operations and PR team are incompetent to begin with. Fire them, damn asses. Fire them. Get a new team together. Or borrow your Honkai team, right? So, right now, it's too late, and now they have to go back, or else, like, the investors, the people are going to be like, what the hell is happening to our game? Like, PR, operations, what are you guys doing? I thought you had this under control, right? So finally, when they couldn't back, like they had nowhere to go, they couldn't go forward because the players were just not letting them move, and they couldn't backpedal. But so they, like, basically it was a brick wall in front of them, and it was pushing towards them. They're gonna get crushed, so they had to backpedal. But now it's too late. So, but I think this person's defense for the PR and operations team is wrong, because if this was already decided from the get-go, that likely mean the PR and operations team had something to say prior to this being set in stone, and they thought it was going to be okay. Right? So that just shows how disconnected and incompetent the operations and PR team is in MiHoYo. Yeah. This person, the comment is saying, like, I only have 4 words. 加大力度. Basically, he's saying increase the strength or intensity. Basically, he's saying, like, whatever we're doing, keep doing it. Like, so this person is like, yeah, sounds about right. This is like a pure operations team habitual thing. Like operations team, maybe like the CN mobile games just likes to do this, and all their operation teams goes through some iterations of these issues. The reward mail came from the operations team, by the way. Exactly. So like it's their mess. They're trying to fix it. Right? It's their mess. They're just trying their best to cover their own asses at this point. Like this person's like, what should I say? I'm already used to it, with a like a crying emoji. Like the pain. Hide the pain. So this person's saying like, although I'm just a new player, but I hear MiHoYo has always been like this. I mean, I heard it too. I heard the first Honkai anniversary was pretty bad. But like even the people from Honkai is like, well, Honkai first anniversary was bad, but it wasn't this bad. This person is saying like soon, it's time to let it go, people. Like if we continue doing this, we're really gonna fall into the belief that the rooster is the one that makes the sun rise. If you guys don't know what he's referring to, is like there's a saying like the sun rises and the rooster cocks or something, but don't mistaken it. The rooster is not the one that makes the sun rise. If we continue pushing MiHoYo's button, this person is saying, if we continue pushing MiHoYo's button, we're gonna start gloating. We're gonna start thinking, wow, we are the ones who is doing this. We are the ones, like, yeah, probably not. Crows. Yeah, not cocks. Crows. Yeah, the rooster's crow. So this person is saying like it's about time we kind of relax and let it go a little bit. One moment. The rooster crows. If we keep going like this, we're really gonna fall too deep into this. All right. So Lord Grimm is saying, "Hey, Erotic Wars, please read my message this time. I comment on your every video, but you didn't reply. I want to ask you that: can I get Zhongli on standard banner?" You cannot. You cannot get Zhongli on the standard banner. Wait. You can't. Zhongli is a limited character. You can't get him on the standard banner. Yeah, this person is spamming, and yeah, you cannot. Like I like what? Yeah. Like, wait. I was like, that's not the real Lord Grimm, right? Yeah, and I saw Lord Grimm here, like, hey, Lord Grimm is my name. Yeah. Okay, so pretty much, Like you can see the CN community is they're not like in an uproar, right? We can look at this and understand they're not in an uproar. They are frustrated. Some people are kind of just like us in NA. Some people knew MiHoYo like that. Some people think it's time to stop. Some people say like, hey, I'm used to this. Some people say this is wrong, right? They're more analytical. I kept saying this. The CN community has always been more analytical, and they want to point out MiHoYo's faults. They want to pinpoint the issue here. So it's more discussion based. It's less people getting aggressive. You think they're gonna apologize just like the Zhonglei fiasco? I hope so. Like I said, I think the 2.2. Well, not I think. Yan's Orbit pointed it out. I think is that there's likely MiHoYo making changes to their pre-recorded 2.2 live stream to account for an apology. Maybe there's a room in the 2.2 live stream for an apology message. Hopefully they start off with that. Hopefully they don't censor the chat. That would be taking right step in the right direction. It might be it might be the start to MiHoYo's redemption arc. You think the live stream chat will be disabled? There's a high chance. There's a high chance the live stream chat will be disabled. I'm going to be watching the CN live stream, which is going to be happening on Bilibili. But, yeah. I think MiHoYo's not going to trust the community. Even on the CN community. Because we're looking at the Reddit of CN, essentially. This is like the Reddit of CN. And people here, I would like to think people here are usually more reasonable, but the people who are going to be on the Bilibili live stream might not be nearly as reasonable as the people who are here. So, yeah. This entire arc is better than the Inazuma Archon quest. Like, actually, though. The arc we just went through with MiHoYo over the past week has had like ups and downs and like build up, dramatic tension. We got the climax release, and now we're kind of like on the coming back down again. So I want to see MiHoYo redeem themselves. I hope the investors or the people who are at the top found out what happened, knows what we want going forward. Maybe they fire a couple people, get the new people in, right? Get some new people in who knows what, like how to get the community rolling on their side. We'll be in for a happy treat for until we reach patch 3.0. All right. So with that said, I thank you guys so much for tuning in. If you guys want to take your support to the next level, unfortunately, I'm not on Twitch because I know Twitch right now it's like what, sub month, but unfortunately, I'm not on Twitch. I'm here on YouTube. If you guys would love to support me, you guys can become a channel member. Helps out a lot. You guys get a special role in my Discord as well. You get special perks, right? You guys see the people with the badge next to them. Those are channel members. You guys don't want to do that? Subscriptions are always helpful. Thank you guys so much for sticking around. All right. And I want to go into patch 2.2 live stream with a clear mind, and hopefully I can enjoy it. I can enjoy it. Giveaway teaser. We're going to be doing tons of giveaways in patch 2.2 and 2.3 likely. We still don't know who the 2.2 characters are, but hopefully, fingers crossed, it's going to be one of the Liyue Big 3, if not two of the Liyue Big 3. Don't know about Albedo, though. All right? So, yeah. Thank you guys for watching. I'll see you guys next time. Till then. Oh, for people who are still here, for the 400 something of you, I'm going to be moving soon. So in about a month from now, I'm going to be moving. I'm getting new internet, getting faster internet. Hopefully we're going to fix some of these broadcasting lag issues. Yeah, moving away from the big city. We're moving a little closer to the countryside, as what people would say. Probably can scream louder, so get ready for some rip headphone users, just saying. So Better air conditioning? Nah, it doesn't have air conditioning. doesn't doesn't have air conditioning. So does the giveaway give you C1 Hu Tao if you have her? Yeah, sure. Like I going forward for these giveaways, I don't think I'll limit them to free to plays, because there's like, as I continue getting bigger, people are supporting me all the time, and not always it's the free to plays that supports me. So I'm gonna be opening up the giveaways to everybody. Hopefully you guys can get lucky. Get yourself a Hu Tao, get yourself a Ganyu, get yourself a Xiao. I'm giving away 2 of each thanks to Sanzu River. So, yep. Until next time, everybody, urge you all to stay safe and peace. All right? Bye-bye.